Well, hello there, gorgeous. Welcome to What I Eat in a Day. Before I go over the plan for today, I gotta warn you, I'm changing things up just a little bit. Don't panic. If you're keto, low carb, high protein, or carnivore, you're in the right place. I feel like I need to do a brief recap just so everybody's caught up and then it explains exactly what's going on. In my previous What I Eat in a Day video, which I'll have linked for you in case you need to get caught up, I gave a pretty significant health update. Long story short, I've been suffering from a debilitating mystery illness since 2021. On February 20th of this year, I finally received a diagnosis: post-vaccination syndrome. My doctor suggested a protocol that they had seen do wonders in their clinic, so I started it the next day. 2 months later, to the day, something miraculous happened. All of my symptoms, and there were dozens, just vanished. Since then, I've had to make a few minor adjustments like dosage and timing and changing out supplements, but for the most part, everything is still going good. Now here is where we discuss that minor change. Last night, I was reading over the protocol, which is like 60 pages long, in depth, and tons of detail. When I initially started working this into my lifestyle, I just went over the cheat sheet that had all the bullet points, the supplements, the dosage, and things like that. I didn't read all the other important stuff. Well, last night I stumbled across 2 things I missed. One pertains to a medication that I mentioned in the last video that I had to increase the dosage on, and I thought I was now at the max dose. Turns out I'm at the max dose for the 2 to 3 week trial period. Oops. I'm actually supposed to be on double that dose. So I'm going to be working on that. And then second, there's supposed to be a diet included, as in an elimination diet, an anti-inflammatory diet, or an MCAS, low histamine diet. So after pondering on that little tidbit, I think my best bet is to do my version of a carnivore diet and keep it as simple as possible so I don't get any more overwhelmed than I already am. I've never done carnivore, so I'm gonna need all the help and suggestions you guys are willing to give me. So, carnivore and, of course, intermittent fasting, because I think that's the #1 thing on the protocol, and that's because it's supposed to help with autophagy. So, carnivore combined with intermittent fasting, I'm going to try it out. I think I covered everything I wanted to in this little session. I'm going to finish off my morning water. It's 8 ounces, but it's just about gone. I think I have enough of this to take my morning vitamins and supplements. But don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a second. We got quite a bit to catch up on, believe it or not, and I don't want you to miss out some information I need to share with you. I just spent way too much time scrolling through carnivore recipes. Here's what I noticed. Brown butter bites must have went viral at some point because they keep showing up. They look simple enough, so I'm going to make a small batch and try them out. One ingredient, which is butter. I'm using 4 ounces of the Aldi Pure Irish grass-fed butter, melting it on medium to low heat until it starts to turn brown. And I'm going to let that cool for a few minutes before I pour it into my favorite mold. I ordered a set of these years ago so I could make bite-sized treats. These are perfect. If you've been on the hunt for this size and shape, I'll put the Amazon link down in the description box for you. Now into the fridge and we wait. butter bites are in the freezer, and now I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with them. Do you have them as a snack, a treat, dessert, add them to a meal? Oh, I forgot to tell you during the morning chats that it's little man's birthday. I'm gonna go ahead and give him his present. Dollar Tree. I've started doing Dollar Tree hauls again on my other channel. If you're interested, I'll link it down in the description box for you. Come on over and I'll show you what they have. Like this name brand peanut butter flavored bone that he's dying to get a hold of. Here you go, baby. What is it? And there he goes. Okay, another supplement. 16 ounces of water, and to that I'll be adding 2 packets of unflavored Creatine. Quick mix, and I like to drink this down pretty fast in 10 minutes or less. Hence the reason I don't add ice. And yes, you heard that correct. I said 2 packs. Each one has 5 grams worth of creatine in it. I asked my doctor about increasing from 5 to 10 grams and he gave me the go-ahead. You already know I'm not a medical professional. Make sure you talk to your doctor and get the thumbs up before you make any changes. I've talked about the benefits of consuming creatine in several videos already. I started taking it in hopes that it would improve some of the brain fog I've been dealing with over the past several years. Which reminds me, did you see the new study that just came out this week? Because it's the reason I'm taking more than just 5 grams. And if you missed it, I'll have it linked for you too. You know where. For those of you that don't want to read it, let me give you the cliff notes. In this particular study, they gave people with Alzheimer's dementia 20 grams of creatine in 2 separate 10-gram doses over an 8-week period. At the end of the 8 weeks, they used advanced imaging and found that 85% of the participants had increased levels of creatine monohydrate in their brain. Do you know what that means? It means that the creatine crossed the blood-brain barrier. Now here's the best part and what caught my attention. After further testing, significant cognitive improvements were observed. Isn't that amazing? I'm thrilled. And that's for a couple of reasons. 1, because I deal with cognitive impairment. And 2, Chris, my husband, carries the Alzheimer gene. I immediately forwarded him that article and ordered 2 boxes of creatine for him. I got him the lemon lime and mixed berry. Not a sponsored video, but after I tried it out, I contacted them and they offered a discount. It's going to be down in the description box with all the other stuff I mentioned. So if you order, you'll save some money. Okay, I'm going to shut up now so that I can finish drinking this. And then I'll probably go scroll a little more and see if I can find some more carnivore recipes. I fasted till 1. I'm super proud of myself. Question for my carnivore pros. Do you guys just cook everything in butter? I assume olive oil is off limits. This is all I got on hand, so butter it is. Luckily, I had a 10-ounce grass-fed beef sirloin steak in the fridge. I'm gonna fix 5 ounces of that for lunch, and I'm gonna have the other half for dinner. Sliced it into strips, sprinkled on a little Flavor God everything season, and cooked it in butter. I googled it, and it says seasonings are fine on carnivore as long as they're clean, and Flavor God is. Looks like I'm down to my last egg, so I need to make a trip to the grocery store, unfortunately. 1 fried egg with salt and mozzarella cheese that I shredded myself. Not very creative, but quick, easy, healthy, and delicious, and that's what matters most. To drink, 16 ounces of ice water, and when I finish gobbling down my food, I'll take a few more vitamins and supplements. I think it's time to pull the brown butter bites out of the freezer and see what the fuss is all about. I'll have a few of those, plus an epic beef jalapeno bar. I picked this little gem up at a discount grocery store in my area for only 44 cents. 1.3 ounces, made with 100% grass-fed beef, gluten-free, 9 grams protein, 7 grams of fat, 1 net carb, and the ingredients are beef and seasonings. Now back to these brown butter bites. They look absolutely beautiful. The way the dark bits settled and made a layer, love that. Hope they taste as good as they look. Believe it or not, I managed to measure the mold. Each one holds a teaspoon. So each one of these little bites is going to be 35 calories, 0 protein, 0 carbs, and 4 grams of fat. Now for the moment of truth. There it was. Whoa. Okay, here's my thoughts. If you like butter, you're gonna love these. By browning the butter, it takes these up a notch. It gives it that caramel flavor and these little crispy bits on the inside. So as the butter melts in your mouth, you get this explosion of flavor. I give them 2 thumbs up. I'll be making them again. Now, for those of you that are just starting, whether it's keto or maybe even carnivore or low carb lifestyle, and you're having a hard time getting in your fat, these would be perfect for that. If you have texture or consistency issues with your food, do like me and just keep them stored in the freezer, and that way it's not like biting into a stick of butter, and they were not rock hard straight out of the freezer. Hold on a second, I gotta go fill this back up. For some reason, I feel like I can't get enough water today. I'm parched. You know what? Maybe I should check my blood sugar. Type 1 diabetes has a tendency to, make me thirsty when my blood sugar is high. Nope, that's not it. I'm at 98 and pretty steady. I guess it could possibly be where I recently increased my creatine consumption, but no matter how hard you try to convince me, I know it's not because I'm doing carnivore, because I've only been doing that a whole 5 minutes. Speaking of carnivore, I have no idea if it's gonna work or even if I can turn it into a sustainable lifestyle. I'm gonna try my best, but who knows? My point is, I feel like I'm constantly tweaking things or I have a major update to share. So I've been considering uploading weekly what I eat in a day videos like I used to, but only if it's something that you guys might find helpful, because these do take a lot of work and I'm out of practice. I used to be able to churn out a video a day, and now I'm lucky to do one a week, and until I get back into that habit or routine, one a week is about all you guys can get. If the answer is yes to a weekly what I eat in a day video, if you think it would be useful for you, let me know somehow. Either like this video or leave a comment. Keeping the chat short because I've already talked y'all's ears off today. And I need another refill. Lost track of time watching carnivore videos, but that's okay, cause I'll have this meal finished in less than 10 minutes. I've got the other half of that sirloin steak from earlier, and I've cut up a chicken breast and seasoned it with Flavor God garlic lovers. Then I went ahead and shredded it up. I saw a TikTok where somebody made carnivore empanadas, and I decided to make my own version. I grabbed my baking sheet, lined it with parchment paper, and put 3 pieces of provolone cheese on it. Cheese goes in the oven at 350 degrees until it starts to melt and get all bubbly. Approximately 5 minutes. That's when I pulled it out of the oven and put a big old spoonful of the shredded chicken on one side of the piece of cheese, and using a spatula, I flipped the other half over top of it. Back into the oven until they start to turn brown. Pretty easy, and these little chicken and cheese bites were delicious. I'll be making these again, and the possibilities are going to be endless with different cheeses and meats. Of course, you already know I'm having more water to drink and my evening supplements and vitamins. Well, friends, I think it's time to call it a night. Today flew by. Don't forget, I've linked everything mentioned in today's video in the description box for you. You already know your family here, but if you've not hit that subscribe button, I'd love for you to go ahead and join the team. Don't forget about the notification bell. That way when I upload, you'll be alerted. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.